Alright guys, so just a little thing today. Working on my Venomthropes. Got the garage open because I sprayed a clear coat onto my Maleceptor and I got complaints about the smell. So I had to open up the garage, so you might hear some noise. But working on my Venomthropes today. I took a variation of it from Eons of Battle, from a video he did a while ago where he took green stuff, milliput, and various little plastic balls and whatnot, and put it onto the model to try to make, get the most out of your models, is what he had done. And that's kind of what I had done. I had gotten 3D printed tails, and then I made made a copy out of resin of the body structure right there, to make full-on Venomthropes, since you have everything else you need besides another tail and that body piece. So I've had these together for a while, partially painted, and so finally I was like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and paint them up. But I did what Eons of Battle did, and did the green stuff with the little plastic balls like pustules to make him look like he's full of various nasty gas and everything. Eons of Battle did like a smoke effect around it, which I didn't like at all. But I just kept the first half of what he did. And right now what I'm doing is just a wet blend over the bodies here. So what I first did was I did a heavy coat of this fluorescent green color, Creatix Airbrooks color, fluorescent green, and then I mixed up with just some flat earth, and I just made a mix, and I watered it down, and I'm just dabbing it on. And if it gets too much of one color and too much of another color, I'll add a heavy bunch to my brush, and then I'm just dabbing it on randomly, guys, for a random effect of nasty green, brown, gas basically build up inside of my Tyranid model here. And because the paint's wet, I can move it around and make the effects with it. So, if I don't like here I got too much green, I can add some brown to it. Got too much brown, I can go back, get some green, put the green in there. And because it's wet, I can move it around, and it's going to even out. So it's not going to be all one color or all the other color. And so I end up with a nice mix. And when it's all said and done, it's going to look green and pustule and something that looks kind of icky. And that's the whole goal here. I guess you could say almost like Death Guard. Don't have any Death Guard. Thought about Death Guard, but I already got my second army lined up, the Dark Angels. I've talked about them before. I'm going to add a little water to my brush and just kind of wet this down a little more as I go back for some more paint. And here, again, you can just see it's wet. I mean, this is just wet blending, guys. I'm not looking for fine brush strokes. I'm not looking for, you know, this is just chaos on the paintbrush. And I want chaos here. It's supposed to look nasty. I'd like a little more green highlight in here. Like it's just filled with gases and grossness. Take off my brush a little bit. Go back and just get some green in here. Like a little extra green. Because there's some brown spots that are just too brown, so I'll add a little more green. And that's it. That's all I'm doing to this guy for his back area. So that was my last one of my 6. Let me go back and show you kind of, he's still drying, but this is what it's looking like when it's all said and done. You know, obviously I've got my paint scheme going on, my blues and purples, but let me get some light on them here. This is what, you know, it's still drying. It's a very humid day here. So, and with the garage open, it's not helping much, but I'm going to close that up here and take a break. I've been doing this for like 2 hours now, besides clear coating the Maleceptor and working on these guys. I've been getting a lot done. So yeah, just wet blending some Venomthropes. Let me pull them up so they're all in line here so you can see them. I mean, I don't know when I'm going to play them on the table, but you know, they're going to look pretty darn cool. I'm going to do my grays on the tentacles and highlight the hooks on them. Let me get that back there. There we go. And they're going to pop on the table, you know, especially when I get my clear coat on it. Let me put my wet palette away and I'll bring the Maleceptor out. He's curing after his gloss coat, my clear coat that I do on him. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I do gloss coats on my Tyranids. I love the look of the Tyranids in gloss coat. It just makes the armor and everything stand out so nicely. So here's my Maleceptor, and I got him standing on the Terminator. I'm going to put some resin down here in the base so it looks like he's standing in water, because I've done that with a lot of my models. Here's my Psychophage I'm working on. You can see I've got water and water effects under his base. So I'm going to keep that going with the Maleceptor and get some water down there. And then I've got some blood effects I'm going to put in the water so it looks like the Terminator's bleeding out in the water underneath the Maleceptor. So I'll show that to you once I get that done. Sorry if you heard the car that just went by. But yeah, once he cures up, I'm going to do another layer of clear coat on the top just to even it out, because the fan that I have going made some air bubbles and he's got a little bubbly effect on him. So I'm going to work on that. But yeah, getting a lot done today. Oops, knocked them over. Yeah, so that's what we got going on. I saw the new Combat Patrol that they're coming out for Tyranids. Very interesting. I don't have the Parasite and I don't have the Hive Guard, but I do have gargoyles, and I already have 3 biovores. So I'm not sure if I want to get it or not. I think I'll just pick up the Parasite by itself, and I'm not sure if I really want the Hive Guard or not. I can't use another biovore obviously, and I haven't run with gargoyles yet at all. So I don't know. I don't think it's worthwhile for the price tag to get the Combat Patrol, the new Tyranid Combat Patrol. But we'll see. I don't know. Right now, I don't think I'm going to get it. But we'll see how it all plays out. So, yeah, guys, appreciate your time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'll give you updates as I always do. And, yeah, have a great day. Talk to you later.